Hey, gorgeous. Welcome to Season 2 of the Hormone Puzzle Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Kela Smith, CEO of the Hormone Puzzle Society, a women's health hub for fertility, hormones, and the business of coaching, creator of the Hormone Puzzle Method, an infertility warrior, two-time boy mom, and women's health expert. This podcast is for women struggling with infertility, painful periods, terrible PMS, or really just any symptom of hormone imbalance that they are ready to eliminate for good. Tune in weekly as we interview amazing experts in the fields of women's health, breaking down those hormone walls, nerding out on nutrition, and having way too much fun. Whether you're beginning your journey or you've been struggling for years, we're going to finally help you put those pieces of your hormone puzzle back together so that you can get pregnant and eliminate those pesky symptoms for good. Are you ready? This season is packed with even more expert guests sharing groundbreaking knowledge, giving you that jolt of energy that you so desperately need, sending you lots of virtual hugs, and inspiring you to take your fertility into your own hands and make that baby. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now let's get started on your road to transformation. Hey ladies, thank you so much for joining me on the first episode of the Hormone Puzzle Podcast. Welcome to 2021 and Season 2. This season is going to be even better than the last with bigger names. Can you say Samantha Bush, Dr. Danielle Lane, Dr. Shannon, babies over 35, and many, many more big names in the fertility, hormones, and nutrition space. This podcast was created for you, and I want to make sure that you're getting everything you want from it. So if there's a guest that you are dying to hear, just let us know. Send an email to podcast@coachkela.com, and I will work to personally get them on for you. And my goal in 2021 is to create over 100,000 babies. And this show is going to be a big part of that. And also, I'm not sure if you all know this, but the Hormone Puzzle Society also has a fertility coach certification program. So many women are going through this journey, and you guys are the perfect people to help others on their journey. So if you've ever thought about adding fertility coaching to your career portfolio, or you already are in the wellness space and you just want to add this wonderful piece to your practice, then fertility coaching might be your next best step and your next best career move. So if you're interested in learning more, you can visit our website at coachkela.com, or you can email me at the email I gave you above, and we can chat further. And I really can't believe that this year is finally here. I could not be more excited to put 2020 in my rearview mirror. And I am always the one looking for the silver lining. And I find that the more that I can celebrate gratitude and just look for really good things, the more that's the experience that I start to have. And I love the saying that says, beliefs create experience, experience confirms beliefs. If you believe 2021 is going to be a better year, full of hope, full of life, full of light, then it will be. And I find with infertility, there is so many things that are out of our control. From how our body performs, to what tests we need, even the ones that we hate, to how excited our partner is when we're like, okay, we got to have sex right now. I know that when I was going through my 2-year journey, it was so hard. Month after month of negative pregnancy tests, crying in bed because my period started again, the blood draws, the planned sex. It was all so much. And it felt like I was falling into this black hole that I could not get out of. But once I finally made the decision to focus on what I could control, to focus on the silver lining in all of this, that's when things started to change. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. These are my 8 steps to creating the most fertile mind and body possible. And this will give you something to focus on, something that you can control, something that will help you to create that fertile mind, body, and spirit, and will help you to either get pregnant naturally like I did, or will help you to have a better outcome with your ART treatments. And if for some terrible reason none of this works, you're not pregnant at the end of all of this, at least you will have that positive mind, body, and spirit that you can focus on and know that you did everything that you possibly could to help your body to be as fertile as possible on your road to baby. So now let's dig in. You got this, mama. Sit back. I want you to grab your favorite tea or coffee, get a pen and a notebook, and let's dive in to these 8 steps on how to boost your fertility naturally. And you guys might recognize some of these steps. If you follow me at all, you know I created the Hormone Puzzle method. And the reason I created this was a couple of reasons. Well, the first reason I created it was because when I was going through my fertility journey, I wanted something to focus on. I was like, I feel so out of control. I feel like I'm going into that black hole, like I said earlier, and I just want to focus on something. Like, what can I do so that I can take back a little bit of my control? And so the Hormone Puzzle method was born. And these are all the pieces that I used to put my hormone puzzle back together to create homeostasis in my body so that my body started working the way that it was naturally made to work. And then once I was able to do that, once I was able to get pregnant, not once, but twice, I thought I have to teach others how to do this. I have to teach others how to use this hormone puzzle method. And I wanted it to be a really easy way for somebody to remember what to focus on, remember what to do, almost like a checklist where you could just say every day, okay, am I focusing on proper whole food nutrition? Am I taking the right supplements? Am I sleeping well? Am I stressing less? And so you have all of these pieces that you can focus on. And I love acronyms. I think they're just so fun and just something just really clever and cute. And so I thought, how can I make all of these things that I've been doing into an acronym? And so Hormone Puzzle was born. So now let's dive into these 8 pieces. The first and most important, I know you guys hear me talk about this all the time, is P, proper whole food nutrition. That is the first place that you need to start if you're trying to boost your fertility, if you're trying to get as fertile as possible. That is the first place to start. And it's not just about eating healthy. It's not eating, lots of salads and grilled chicken every day. It's a step up from that. It's proper whole food nutrition for fertility. And what that looks like is I created something called the magic plate. And that's breaking your plate into thirds. So you're getting all of the nutrients that you need and all of that balanced whole food nutrition that you need. So a third of your plate needs to be protein. Whether that is animal or plant is up to you. You just need to have some protein. Protein is the building blocks for your hormones. It's the amino acids that you need. And it's really the base of everything that your body does. It has to have protein. So like I said, that can be animal or plant. Then you need a third vegetables. You need to fill that plate with the rainbow. Eat as many vegetables as you can. And the darker they are, the more antioxidants they have, and the more they're going to protect your eggs, the more they're going to protect your cells and boost your fertility naturally and keep you free from toxins as well. Protect your cells from all of those toxins. So fill your plate with the rainbow, get as many different colors as you can each day. Then a third of your plate needs to be a slow burning carb or grain. I subscribe to balanced nutrition. I don't think you should eat one group more than another. I don't think you should be really high protein or too low carb, but I do think you should eat slow burning carbs. These are carbs that are good for you. These are carbs that are whole grain or whole foods. So like your root vegetables, your sweet potatoes, your squash, your pumpkin, or your slow burning carbs, your quinoa, even some brown rice is okay, but just make sure you're getting the whole grain and you're getting the slow burning carbs. And then 1 to 2 tablespoons of a good healthy fat. So that would be an avocado, that would be nuts and seeds, that would be some of your oils, coconut oil, olive oil. That will round out your plate. And if you create a magic plate meal with every meal, at least 3 meals a day, then you're getting a good amount of vitamins and minerals and whole food nutrition that will help to boost your body naturally, boost your fertility naturally, and allow your body to be balanced, your hormones working the way that they should, and you'll be as fertile as possible. The next piece is which is understanding supplements. And this one is a big one. I know that there's so many people that see a supplement online, they see it on Facebook, their friend tells them about it, their cousin tells them about it, and then they start taking it. And just because a supplement works for one person does not mean it will work for you. You have to make sure that you're taking the right supplements in the right quantities for your body. And the way that you find that out is you talk to a trusted healthcare professional or your doctor. These people have the training that can teach you what supplements are right for you. So don't just take it because you saw it on Amazon or you saw it on Facebook. Make sure that what you're taking is right for you and it's doing what it needs to do. And sometimes supplements can actually do more harm than good if you don't need them. Take Vitex, for example. Vitex is a wonderful supplement. If you have PCOS, if you have thyroid issues, certain conditions, Vitex is wonderful. If you do not have these issues and you have normal ovulation and you take Vitex, you could disrupt your natural body's ovulation, which means it's going to be harder to get pregnant if your follicles are not releasing an egg. So if you're taking Vitex and you think that it's what you need, if it's not, it can actually do more harm than good. So make sure that you are talking to your doctor, talking to your healthcare provider, and learning what supplements are right for you and taking those because of that. There is a couple that I recommend to pretty much everybody, but again, check with your doctor before you start to take these. The first is a whole food multivitamin or prenatal. And I say whole food again because you want this vitamin to be bioavailable for your body. And what that means is your body sees it as food, so it can use the ingredients appropriately. If you choose a vitamin off the supermarket shelf or off, from Walgreens or CVS, most of those vitamins are synthetic. Most of them have been created in a lab, and your body sees that as a toxic chemical and it doesn't know what to do with it, so it just pees it out. So those vitamins are actually not doing you any good and they're really expensive pee. So you want to make sure that you're using the vitamin and you're getting everything you're paying for. So choosing a whole food multivitamin will get you to that place, or prenatal. It'll say it right on the bottle. It'll say whole food and you can see. The next thing is a pre and probiotic. Gut health is probably one of the most important things to make sure that is working optimally for your fertility. So many things start in the gut. That includes making a lot of the hormones that we have that we need for fertility. So make sure that your gut is balanced, that your microbiome are balanced and they're working the way that they should. You can do that 2 ways. You can either take a pre and probiotic or you can eat fermented food on a regular basis. So fermented food would be kombucha, kimchi, sauerkraut, pickles. These foods are fermented, and then they have all the microorganisms that you need to feed that gut microbiome. Or you can take a pre and probiotic. The prebiotic is the fiber that feeds the probiotic, which is the good bacteria that your gut needs. And the last one I recommend is a fish oil. If you're not eating fish on a regular basis, you need to get your DHAs and your EPAs. So if you're not eating fish a couple times a week, I highly encourage you to take a fish oil supplement. This will give you all of those fatty acids that you need to boost your fertility naturally and to balance your hormones. Again, check with your doctor before you take any of these or your healthcare professional. After those three, I really look at the individual person. What condition are you struggling with, and what supplements do you need on top of the ones that I just recommended? The next piece is Z, or zapping stress. Stress is the second leading cause of fertility-related issues. If you are under constant stress, whether that is internal stress, meaning you are anxious, you are nervous, you are worried, something is going on where you are like freaking out, that is internal stress. Or if it's external, you're working out too hard, you're constantly getting sick, you are experiencing some sort of external stress that is causing your body to make cortisol and adrenaline. When your body makes these hormones, it stops making your sex hormones, especially estrogen and progesterone. Your body will always take from every other process to make your stress hormones. Your stress hormones are what keep you alive and keep your body functioning properly. It's your fight or flight. So if you're under constant stress, whether that's internal or external, figure out a way to release that. Is there something in your life that can go in the back burner during the season of infertility? Is there something that you're doing that is not serving you that you can let go of? Whether that is something physical that you're doing or something mental that you're doing. Is there negative thoughts that you need to release? Is there a negative person in your life or people that need to be released? Obviously, the people part is a little harder to do. You're not going to stop talking to your mother-in-law or your sister, but things that are in your control, if you have a negative person, if you're constantly going on Facebook and you see other people getting pregnant and you're not, and this is stressing you out, then turn Facebook off, delete the app, stop looking at it. Try to do everything you can to limit the amount of stress that you're under, which will help your sex hormones to go up, your stress hormones to come down. Hey y'all, it's Coach Kela here. I hope you are loving this episode as much as I am. We will be back in just a minute, but first, a word from our sponsors. Hey love, I am so excited about our latest project at the Hormone Puzzle Society, the Hormone Puzzle Membership Club. This membership club aims to empower and educate all the women struggling with infertility, and it teaches you how you can get pregnant and balance your hormones using a step-by-step process of the hormone puzzle method and cycle syncing. It's also a community where you can get real-time support for all your important questions on infertility, hormones, holistic living, and connect with your infertility and cycle sisters and have synthetic ears for letting out all your frustrations. You're not alone on this journey. We have your back. So head on over to coachkela.com/membership to join today. Thanks, guys. Then there's a few stress reducing techniques that I love. I think it's so important to have some sort of stress reduction policy in place in your life, whether that is a meditation practice or you just sit and deep breathe and journal, or maybe exercise is your stress relief, or maybe you want to go and talk with a friend. Whatever your stress relieving activities are, whatever your self-care looks like, you want to be doing that on a regular basis. I pencil in my self-care into my calendar. I have meditation on there. I have when I'm going to journal on there. I am very type A, so this doesn't work for everybody, but for me, if it's not on my calendar, it's not going to get done. So definitely you want to make sure that you are tapping into some sort of stress management techniques on a regular basis. Number 4 is Z's, or sleep. Sleep is another such an important piece of the hormone puzzle and of your fertility journey. You want to make sure that you're getting good quality sleep every night. And so that is 6 to 8 hours of good quality sleep. You're going to bed and waking up at the same time every day and night. This will set your body's natural circadian rhythm, your natural internal clock, so that your body is getting good quality sleep and it's doing what it needs to do overnight. It's rejuvenating, it's renewing, it's detoxing, it's doing all of these things that it needs to do to boost your fertility naturally and to make you feel amazing and have optimal health. A couple of things that you can do to make sure that you're getting good quality sleep is your bedroom is only for sex and sleep. That is it. You don't fold laundry in there. You don't watch TV in there. You don't have tons of knickknacks. You don't have lots of clutter. Like, you want that room to be as spa-like as possible. So the only thing you're doing in there is sex and sleep. That way your body's going to start to correlate that room with those activities. So when you go in there, you're going to naturally get tired. You're going to feel calm. You're going to feel peaceful, and you're going to want to sleep. A few other things that you can do. You want to make sure that your bedroom is dark, it's cool, and it's free from distractions and clutter. I also love to practice a power down hour. This is when I have taught my body to go from work to sleep. So I will go in my room about an hour before I actually want to sleep. I will journal, I'll meditate, I'll read, I'll pray, I'll do something that allows my body to go from work mode to relaxation and to sleep mode. Instead of trying to be so rigid and go right from working to try to sleep, I've tried it. It doesn't work. I just lay there all night and think about all the things that I need to do tomorrow because I didn't allow my body to relax and to wind down and to get into that sleep mode. So for you, I would encourage you to do a power down hour. Go in your room, do something that you love, have sex with your husband or partner, read your favorite book, meditate and pray, whatever will relax you and lull you into a sleep and a peaceful state. I want you to do that on a regular basis. Number 6 is exercise. Exercise is definitely important for boosting your fertility naturally, but you don't want to over-exercise. And I encourage you to move your body. Find something that you love and do it on a regular basis, whether that's walking, whether that's yoga, Tai Chi. If you do like high intensity workouts, really pay attention to your cycle and work out with your cycle. So if your energy is high during follicular and ovulation, it's okay to do a little bit more high intensity workouts. If your energy is a little lower during luteal and your period, it's okay to relax and to do a little bit less strenuous activity. You can still get a really good workout, a really good cardiovascular workout without doing high intensity. And what happens if you do a lot of high intensity workouts, sometimes your adrenal glands can be taxed. And again, your body sees that as stress. So if your adrenal glands are taxed, your body's under stress, it's going to stop making those baby hormones and start making those stress hormones because it thinks its life is in jeopardy. So you definitely want to practice cycle syncing exercise and exercise with your energy and with your cycle. Number 7 is environment. So your environment, this is a little bit twofold. So this is your external environment, what you put on and around your body. So it's not just as important as what you eat, but it's important what goes on your skin, what gets breathed in through your nose. All of these toxic environment all of these environmental toxins can jeopardize your fertility. They can jeopardize your health. So really taking a close look at the toxins that you are using on a daily basis. And I know it's very overwhelming to think about switching out all of your products at once. So what I want you to do is, as you run out of things, as you finish with your laundry detergent, as you run out of shampoo, as you run out of your face lotion, think about how you can choose a cleaner option. There's so many clean options on the market today, where even 5 years ago, we didn't have the options that we have now. And if we did, they didn't work. Now, I promise you, if you start trying some less toxic products, you'll find ones that you love that work just as well, that are not going to harm you or our environment. And turn it into a little game. Play around with it. See if you can find something that you love even more. I'm a product junkie, y'all, and I love to find a new shampoo or find a new lotion, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like my favorite, and it's so clean. So make it a game. There's also an app that I love. It's called Think Dirty, and there's also a website. But this is put on by the Environmental Working Group, which is a nonprofit agency that really certifies a lot of different products and checks for the toxicity of them. So get the app, download it, and scan a product before you buy it, and it will tell you how toxic the product is. So this is just a really fun way to get into the habit of looking at products and seeing how toxic they are and how much they're jeopardizing your fertility, and then choosing a different option. And number 8 is intentional action daily. Again, sometimes it's so easy to get overwhelmed with all you have to do and all you think you should be doing. And sometimes you can feel out of control, and sometimes you can feel overwhelmed. So I encourage you to pick one thing that you can focus on today that's going to be a little bit better than what you did yesterday. Maybe that's you're trying a new breakfast for the first time, or maybe that's you're switching out one of your products, or you're going to sleep a little bit earlier tonight than you did last night. Pick one thing and focus on that. And once that becomes easy, once that becomes a habit, then pick your next thing, and then your next thing, until you're doing all the pieces of the hormone puzzle. Your body is working the way that it should. Everything's in balance. Your hormones are balanced. Your fertility is boosted, and you are pregnant. So thank you guys for listening. If you love the show, please leave us a review. Please subscribe. It's how we get this show to other people. It's how we continue to stay on the air. So thank you again for listening. I am so proud of each and every one of you on this fertility journey. I know how hard it is. I know how frustrating it is, but I want to tell you, just do not give up. Your baby is waiting for you, and you will meet them one day. Do not give up. Keep pushing. I know you can do it, and I'm here for you. So thank you guys for listening. And until next time, thanks for listening to the Hormone Puzzle Podcast. Bye for now. Hey, hang on just 1 second before you go. I want to make sure that you are aware of all of the amazing free resources that I have for you on my website at CoachKela.com. From a fertility meal plan, a cycle syncing quick start guide, a holistic healing cookbook, as well as master classes, blog posts by me and some amazing experts in the fields of fertility, hormones, and nutrition. So many wonderful resources that will help you on your journey. And I wish there had been something like this when I was going through my 2 years of infertility, but there just wasn't. And so that's why I decided to create all of this for you. So make sure that you go and check it out and you take advantage of this plethora of support that I have provided for you. And spoiler alert, these were some of the same tricks and the same foods that I used to get myself pregnant, not once, but twice, even after my doctors said that I couldn't. So I know that these things work. Make sure you take advantage of that. and I cannot wait for you to be my next success story. So thanks, love. See you soon. Thanks for tuning in today to the Hormone Puzzle Podcast. Check out the show notes for today's episode at CoachKela.com. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and leave a review. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next week.